Hi there. Have you ever wondered why some YouTube videos get lots and lots of views while others barely get noticed? Well, the secret, my friends, is thumbnails. So in this video, I'm going to show you on how to use AI-powered data insights to create thumbnails which can attract more clicks and skyrocket your views. I'll be starting with some data exploration using data on my YouTube channel, and we are going to prepare some stunning data visualizations. And then we are also going to create a deep learning model which can predict the success of your thumbnails. Now, some of the analytics which I'll show you in this video, you can also try it out on my platform datajarvis.ai. And let me first start with the data. So here is the data related to my YouTube channel. And this data has got a column called as content, which is a video ID, which YouTube gives. It has also got a video title as well as it has got some statistic about the video. The last column here is the click-through rate, which is the percentage of viewers who click on your video. So higher the click-through rate means you have more views and there is a more success to your video. So for example, here I have a video which is titled as Dynamic Pricing for Machine Learning, and it has got a click-through rate of 6.25, which is a very good click-through rate on YouTube. And here I have another video which is titled as Predicting Video Game Price, which has got a click-through rate of just 1.75%, which is not that great. So our objective is to determine which of these thumbnail images lead to a high click-through rate. So let us first start with some data exploration. Here is a magical visual which will help you understand on what kind of thumbnails and video description can help get more views. So this visualization is based on my YouTube channel data, and I've got about 109 videos, and each dot over here corresponds to a video. And let us now hover over these dots to see what these videos are. And you can also see the title of the video as well as you can also see a thumbnail image of the video. So let us hover over some of the dots which are located on the left hand side of the visual. So here we see videos such as cluster interpretation, hierarchical clustering, k-means versus dbscan. So you must have guessed it till now that these videos correspond to the clustering topic. So this visual is much more than just a scatter plot. It helps you understand the different type of videos which I'm making, because all videos which are similar are placed together. Let us also hover over the top part of the video, and here we see videos such as ChatGPT for data analytics, Chat with your data, Travel Smart with ChatGPT and data science. So all these videos correspond to on how to use the power of ChatGPT and data analytics. So my friends, this is really cool that all my videos are organized based on the topics. And let us also now look at what does the color of the dots mean. The color of the dot corresponds to the click-through rate, which is also indicated by the legend over here. And the click-through rate corresponds to the percentage of people who are clicking on your video. So you can see that most of my videos have a click-through rate between 0 and 10%. And generally speaking, if you have a click-through rate which is above 5%, it is considered to be good on YouTube. So let me filter over the videos which have a click-through rate between 5 and 10%. So these are the videos which have a good thumbnail as well as a good title, which is making the viewers click on it more often compared to others. And let us hover over these videos to see what these videos are and what are these successful thumbnails. All right, so here I see a video which is titled as iPhone Health Analytics Analysis. So the thumbnail of this video is very clear. It is showing an arrow which goes from iPhone to data analytics visual. So very easy to understand visual. And also the title is also very clear. Let us also see another video. So this is driving behavior analysis. And once again, you can see that the title is very clear, but you also have a photo of myself driving the car. Now let us see some other example. And here we see a video which is titled as Dynamic Pricing Using Machine Learning. So I've analyzed all the videos which have got a good click-through rate, and this is my interpretation. If the video is around use cases such as making analytics on iPhone health data or understanding driving behavior or dynamic pricing. And if the title of the video has got machine learning and if it has got a photo of me, I've observed that the video will get a good click-through rate. So I find this visual very interesting and very informative. And if you want to make such a visual, you can do so using my platform datajarvis.ai, and I'll explain you on how to do that in the later part of this video. Now let's go into how to develop an AI model which can predict the click-through rate for any given image. So the AI model is based on deep learning architecture, convolutional neural network architecture, and I've also used a ResNet, which is an optimized way to calculate the convolutional neural network architecture. It tries to analyze different features in the image and then try to predict the click-through rate. And the code to this model is also available on the GitHub link, which is in the description of this video. Now, once the model is trained, we can use it to predict the click-through rate for any new thumbnail. And let us see this in action. So let me go ahead and select a thumbnail. And here I've selected a thumbnail which corresponds to predicting ETA, or the estimated time to arrival, with machine learning. And let us now see on what could be the click-through rate for this thumbnail image. All right, so I'm going to hit predict and I get a click-through rate of 7.47, which is above 5 and which is an excellent click-through rate. You can also get an explanation on the features which contribute to this high click-through rate, and you can see an heat map which is overlaid over the thumbnail. More red is the area, means this part of the image is leading to a high click-through rate. I need to train my model a bit longer in order to get a better explanation. However, in general, if the thumbnail has got a machine learning in the title, if the title is short and clear, and it has got my image, I've observed that the click-through rates are much, much higher. Now let me go ahead and select another image, and here I've selected a thumbnail which has got a title such as Top 5 Data Analysis with Dimensional Reduction, a very visual demo. And let us now try to predict what could be the click-through rate. All right, the click-through rate we get is 2.29, which is quite low. And one of the ways to understand the reason for this low click-through rate is to look at the green areas in this explanation image. And as you can see that most of the green areas correspond to the title. So my conclusion is that this thumbnail has got a low click-through rate is because the title is very, very long. It is not related to machine learning. And this thumbnail doesn't have one of my images. So my friends, hopefully you are enjoying this video till now. If yes, do not forget to click that subscribe button and like button and make some comments. Let me now jump to the demo, and I will show you on how to use my platform datajarvis.ai to come out with the stunning data visualization which we have seen earlier, as well as I will show you a second demo on how to use Python code to train the deep learning neural network model. So let's jump into the demo, and let me first start with my platform datajarvis.ai. So here, first of all, we need to download the data from YouTube. So this is YouTube Analytics, and it will allow you to download the data in a CSV file. Once it is downloaded, you can open it, and here you'll see all the different columns. And what we need to first do is we need to remove this total line. And then we can also filter out all the records which have an impression click-through rate of 0 or they are blank, so that we have a clean data. And I can just selecting all the different lines which do not have a very good click-through rate, and we are going to just delete them. And we need to now create a URL column which has got the URL of the image, and you can use this particular formula and then copy paste it to all the different lines. All right, so the data is now prepared and we can now save it. And here I'm going to save it as a file called as YT channel data in a CSV file. And then I can now go into my platform Data Jarvis and select this particular data set. And I can see all the different fields are available. And I can now save this data set as a data source on my platform Data Jarvis. And in a while, you'll see that the data is now available and we can now start chatting with it. First, I can refresh the data set. I'll see this particular data set which is now available, and we can also do a quick preview. And you can see that the preview has got different fields, and we can now ask a question such as make a text clustering on the video title and make 5 clusters. And in a while, you'll see that the text clustering will come as a scatter plot, and you can also hover over this particular dots and you can see the details of each and every image. Now the text clustering has created one more data set which is called as output text clustering, and let us see what this data has. So this data set has got all the fields, but it has got 2 additional fields which corresponds to dim0 and dim1, which are the 2 axes of the scatter plot. In addition, this file also has got the URL of the image. So let us now create the visual which you have seen earlier, and we can say that make an scatter plot with dim0 and dim1 as well as the URL of the image, and you will see that the nice looking visual which you have seen earlier is also now available. Let us now go into the Python code to prepare the deep learning model, but first we have to prepare the data. So here I'm using 2 different directories. One will be storing the images and other will be storing the data set. And here is the data frame where we can see that all the records what we don't need, we can also delete those particular records. And this is a function which will get the image of the thumbnail from YouTube and save it on your disk. So either the saving or getting the image could be successful. Here I'm using something called as request.getURL. So if it is successful, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. And here I'm going into the loop of each record of the data frame, and then the image will be retrieved, either it will be saved, but in some cases the image cannot be auto saved. So in these cases, we are not going to consider that particular record. So we are going to create a new data frame called as df_ml, which has got only those records for which the thumbnail could be retrieved. And this data frame has got the image name as well as it has got the click-through rate. And we are going to save this in another CSV file, and we are going to use that for making the deep learning model. So the deep learning model program is over here. First of all, we import different packages. We also set some constants. And we are going to use this particular class, which is based on the PyTorch data loader, which is going to load the data set. So first of all, we read this particular data frame, which we have just saved. We are going to apply some image transformation function so that all images has got a similar size. And then we are going to use this data loader, which is going to take the data from the data frame to also read the thumbnail image and merge it, and then we are going to create this particular model which is based on the convolutional neural network. We are going to go through some training loops. Once it is trained, we are going to save the model, as well as we are going to calculate the SHAP explanation, which will explain why the image is leading to high click rate or not. And then we are going to create a final UI which is based on Gradio. Now, if you run this particular program by just giving Python and the program name, it will go through the training loops and it will give you a URL. And if you open this URL, you will land onto that application which I've showed you earlier. Here you can select any particular image and it is going to predict the click-through rate for that. So my friends, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If yes, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the video, and see you soon in another exciting demo video. And in the meantime, you can try out datajarvis.ai. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.